Welcome back to Presenter Media. My name is Kara. Today I'll be talking about how to work with our map toolkits that we have available. Today's map that we'll be working with will be the United States map. And what we'll be going through is showing you how to pull each individual state, change the various attributes of it, including the color, the outline, the size, and if you would like it to pop up away from the rest of the states. So let's go ahead and get into our main slide here. The first thing that you'll notice is when you click, you get a large white box going around the outside edge, or a large light blue box. If you double click on a state within, you'll see that a smaller box appears. When you have that smaller box, you can actually start modifying this particular state. So we will right click and go down to the Format Shape option, and this is where you have the ability to modify anything that you have in your PowerPoint that is considered a shape. So for South Dakota, which is the state that I selected, it is kind of a beige color. We're going to go ahead and change it to something a little bit more bright. So let's go with some kind of a fuchsia tone here. It has a solid line around it, which is set to be gray. Let's go black with that line. And the line style is set to be a 0. Let's go ahead and make that a little bit thicker there. Now you can see how much brighter South Dakota is than the other states, and you can see that black outline. Another feature that you can do is resize by just clicking on the handle. Hold down your Shift button if you would like to maintain the aspect ratio. And then notice that the state does fall between other states, so to be able to keep it on the front, go ahead and right click. Go down to Bring to the Front, and now no matter where you put this, it will appear over the rest of the states. One of the fun attributes that you can do once you have this pulled out as a formatted shape is you can choose to give it a reflection. And when it has a reflection, you can see the lower part right here showing up as a little bit of a pink hue. Oops, I inadvertently clicked on the whole United States. If you don't have your smaller box there, that's what will end up happening, is you'll actually select the whole group of the country. So let's go ahead and get rid of that reflection there. But something that is very interesting to be able to do, and what we do have further down in this template, is the ability to create three-dimensional images strictly based on what we already have that we're already working with here. Now you can change your top and the bottom of the image, and you can see how it gives it a beveled edge here. It makes it look a little bit more three-dimensional. And another interesting feature is if you actually go to the 3D rotation, you can rotate the state as a whole. So for our case, we're just going to go ahead and have it be upright but have a little bit of a twist to it. And then what we'd like to have happen is actually have this one state have an animation that has it come in away from the rest of the United States. Now if you ungroup all of these items, you can see all the individual states. Now keep in mind, if you do click anywhere in here, you will end up getting the individual state and not the whole United States. But for our purposes for the animation, we do need to have this guy by himself. Alright, now we have our animation that's strictly for our South Dakota. We're going to have it start right away. We don't want to have any sound going with this. We do want to have a slight delay though behind when the slide comes in to when South Dakota comes in, and we want it to be a nice slow intro. Now if we go to our slideshow and we view it from the slide, you can see how South Dakota pulls up in front of the rest of the states there. Alright, well that's it for our first tutorial on working with our map toolkits. Stay tuned, we'll have our next tutorial available for you shortly.